welcome, podcast listeners. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap, in a much, much more timely recording this week. My gosh, last week was stressful. This week, we are recording on a normal day. And you have got your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are joined by, oh my gosh, it is Josh. What up? That is the face of a shocked Josh. Even he is surprised that it is Josh. And we have got the return of Mr. Matt Quine. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah, he did the thing. He did the thing. Woo.
It's been a while.
It has.
Say the line, Bart. I didn't do it.
Yay! I mean, you are like plucking out some fully classic references here.
Well, you know, I am on the Simpsons sport posting page and whatnot.
Well, there you go. And we often shout at clouds. So
I do love shouting at a cloud.
Maybe
You
we'll
love shouting at anything.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a bit of that today. Almost guaranteed. So, I mean, it's been a while, Matt. Tell us what you've been up to, because I think you've got a little bit of unusual stuff that you've done this time. I mean,
Yeah, well, I mean, like the first couple of weeks, I was just, having a week where we were looking after some cats at another house and the internet quality is poor, and I was like not bothering with the podcast because it would have just meant a load of editing for you. So I had a nice relaxing week. And then Lorcan, who's a singer from one of the bands, messaged me and he's like, I'm in this show and there's a few guitars in it and we're in the Gaiety and all the guitars are going out of the tune all the time. Do you fancy coming down and we'll get you some tickets so you can, like, your family can come along and could you tune some guitars for us? And he'd been like he'd subtly mentioned like 3 months ago when this was first going on that they needed to try and find a tech. And
they didn't find a tech.
They clearly didn't find a tech. So I basically rock up to the last non-dress rehearsal to try and learn where all these guitars are going on and off stage. It's a musical called Once. It's based on a film from about 2009-ish. It's set in Ireland. There's loads of musicians on stage. What he didn't tell me is that not only would I be looking after 15 acoustic guitars total,
Okay.
There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in open E.
The fuck?
One
Nope.
in an
E standard.
sorry, no. 6 were in open E5 even, so it's just weird. So
yeah,
they were
either
either
E B E
yeah, or they'd gone D A D A and then put a capo on 2 for one song. There was one that Lorcan had that was in open E for a song that he does on his own, and the rest were in standard. None of these guitars are labelled. I'm like, okay.
And they're all acoustic, so they all fucking look the same.
Yeah, like there was. Luckily, like most of them had different brands, but there was like four Martins and 2 Taylors, and everything else was like other brands, so I could kind of get there. But like it took me a couple of days and it's just like every time a guitar comes off stage, can you tune it? By the way, can you do it as quietly as possible? Because there's like some sort of talking going on stage, and you're the other side of a piece of cloth.
Yeah, and these are acoustic guitars, so they project.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, I've got to run away, and then like as the time goes on, it's like, oh yeah, there's a couple of mandolins as well. Oh, and some ukuleles. Oh, and 3 of them are playing fiddles. And if any of the strings go, are you all right to run on stage, pick the fiddle up, and restring a fiddle? I'm like, what? I've never touched a fiddle before, let alone fucking restrung one.
I
would
swear
be careful
I didn't
with how
fiddle
you
them.
word that.
Officer.
But yeah, so I now know how to restring a fiddle, which it's pretty similar to a mandolin, actually, because the bridge falls off if you take all the strings off.
Yes.
So yeah, so you
All the
know
fun of
not
the
to
fair.
do that.
That's it, yeah.
I
One at a time.
had to go away and learn how to do that. Luckily, on any of it didn't happen in any of the runs. I did get shown how to do it once by somebody who took a string off and put it back on. What I did have to do, though, was help the guy playing double bass change the strings
Bass.
on one of it. One of the strings went on that, It was just you could see it like fraying as he was playing it, and he brought it off stage, and like literally we had like a power drill to try and get it because they wind it round so many times. So we were like unwinding it with a power drill, and then like
shit, man.
the amount of like you literally like I had to keep tension on it because again it's got to go over the right part of the bridge, and literally I felt like an archer. Like I was literally holding it out like that, like you would if you were trying to shoot an arrow. As he was like winding the thing up, like tying the knot on the top, and then starting to wind
gently
in,
pulls in,
and then it sort of goes out. It's just it was so stressful. Like there was 6 proper performances, a dress rehearsal, and a recorded rehearsal that was also done in dress. And
nice.
Yeah, just trying to keep instruments in tune in a massive room that the temperature changes all the time. When they're acoustic guitars and not solid body, really isn't fun.
Yeah, all of them should have had Floyd Rose systems on them.
They should have all had Floyd Rose, and all of them should have been made from baked maple, so there's no moisture in them at all, so they can't move.
Am I right?
Acoustasonics.
Yeah, that probably would have been a better option. So, am I right in thinking the tuners on a fiddle are basically just like a piece of like tapered wood that wedges into a hole?
So
they're not geared, or there's no like mechanical.
Yeah, so the tuners at the top. However, modern violins, fiddles, whatever you want to call them, have fine tuners. At the
bottom.
So
yeah, so they are basically a Floyd Rose.
Yeah, that really helps. Not gonna lie. That really helps because you don't have to touch the bit at the top. If you touch the bit at the top, the whole string goes loose. So just leave that. Once it's tight, leave that and use the fine tuners at the bottom.
There you go. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense.
And the other thing was, because this guitar's coming on and off all the time, they've all got wireless packs on them, and you have to make sure that you take the right wireless pack to the right guitar. Otherwise, the wrong guitar is switched on, and it's just sat in the corner feeding back slowly because nobody's touching it. So, luckily, the only thing I did wrong was I forgot to put a pick in one of the guitars where Lorcan needed a pick for a particular song, so he just had to play it fingerstyle and just had to roll with it. It worked fine, but like one mistake in 6 shows is not too bad as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, right on. I'm down with that.
But yeah, like it was just absolutely exhausting. Like I learned that I was doing it on a Thursday. I was there Thursday night, Sunday night, and then Tuesday right through to the Saturday. The final performance finished 5 to midnight on the Saturday night, and then we had to get out straight away. So I gave him a hand get out. So we left there at like 2:00 in the morning.
Nice.
Then we went to the pub. Thank God.
So if you think Matt's been off for a couple of weeks having a jolly, then you are mistaken.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it was actually really fun being backstage, but it was, like I say, very stressful. The most stressful bit was the fact that I knew that if I forget to tune a guitar, I'm not the one that looks like a dickhead. Someone else is, and that's the worst. Is like you like if I fuck up at a gig and I look like a wanker, then you know what? Fair enough. I was a wanker. I fucked up. But if I fuck up and someone else looks like a wanker, you feel really bad about it.
Yeah, fucking up on someone else's behalf is.
And the thing is, you can't in the middle of a musical just like if there's 10 people playing, you can't just go, hang on a minute, I'm slightly out of tune. You've just got to go with it.
Yeah. Fuck man. Right, I think we're gonna keep on the same kind of process that we did last week with this. We're gonna go breakneck speed through some of the discussion topics because we've got shed loads to ram in this week. We're also going to kind of touch on some of the other stuff through the course of the podcast. As per every week, what we do is we do a hot take. So we're going to do the housekeeping from that first. And this did not go the way that I thought it was going to. Or the way that Lee kind of presented the argument last week, should I say. So our hot take last week was from one of our listeners, John. And he said Squier is a more innovative brand than Fender currently. And quite overwhelmingly, 71% said, hell yeah. And 29% says, enter the ope. I think it was some shit like those Sonics ain't going to acoustic themselves.
That's pretty much exactly it.
Yep, there we go. So, well done, John. Your first ever hot take appeared on the podcast and won. So that is no gospel.
It's
Squire
also
R.
the first one I've not voted in because there's no right answer because innovation in guitar is pointless.
That will be a hot take
in the future,
in coming weeks. Yeah, but we've got a controversial one this week. Controversial because Matt has a very strong opinion on this.
I feel like strong is an understatement.
Indeed. Yeah.
I mean, I've ranted about this on the podcast before.
Indeed. So our hot take this week,
and you were still wrong.
whoa! Let's hold back this spice. That can be brought out in just a second. This hot take was brought to us by our very own Josh, who has got quite a good track record actually for his hot takes.
I do. Because I speak the voice of common sense on the podcast.
Right, so your
guitarist
hot take. I mean, you're not kind of warming them to you straight away, are you here, Matt?
No, not at
but
all.
Let's go for it. The hot take this week is reverse headstocks make more ergonomic sense. That was the word that we can add the word fact afterwards. So present your argument here, Josh.
So Matt's, aside from the fact that, let's be honest, the majority of us don't have a tech where they can take a guitar and tune it backstage. It's, if we're playing on the fly and suddenly up, where your hand naturally, sits at the back of the guitar neck, you have to kind of almost take your hand back up and over to tune up or to tune down or to adjust whatever. Whereas if you're naturally playing, you've only got to move your hand to the left, or if you play a guitar the wrong way around, the right, and you just done, and you're not having to move your hand completely kind of off the guitar away and over to tune up or down. You just literally go, yes, okay, as some person might say, it does look like you're fiddling with someone's SDs, but but the fact that it's so much easier to be able to ergonomically move around the guitar makes much, much, much more sense.
I mean, it's no ergonomically easier or not easier. At the end of the day, once you've gone towards the nut of a guitar, you tend to be at the end of your reach anyway. So once you go past the nut, you're reaching in an awkward way anyway. So you're going to have an awkward hand whether you're going over the top or underneath of the guitar. My actual opinion is that 3-a-side headstocks are far better than 6-a-side, but if you're going to have 6-a-side, it looks really stupid if you've got the tuners along the bottom. It just does. I don't care whether you prefer the look at it or not. You're wrong if you do. It just looks stupid. And when you're doing it, you look like you're trying to tickle the testicles of a taller man than you. That's just factually correct. Just like Josh thinks his statement that is just an opinion is a fact. Ergonomics doesn't really come into it because you're reaching so far that either you've pushed the guitar body away from you, and therefore if you were to strum it at that time, you'd be strumming over the frets, and at that point you're not ergonomically playing the guitar anyway, or you're reaching past the headstock, in which case you're twisted and you're not in an ergonomic position anyway.
You're not kind of optimal playing anyway.
So the only time where tuners along the bottom of the headstock works is if your high E is ever so slightly out of tune and you're playing an open chord and you can quickly get to it, tweak it in the right direction, the right amount, just by feel, and then go straight back to playing. And nobody does that. So it's a moot point.
If you're doing that, like if you're playing a chord, say I was playing like an E chord and I noticed one of my strings there, I'd go to tune with my right hand whilst also holding the chord so I could hear it. I think both sides here have made some valid points. Matt, I can't agree with you that 3-a-side is correct because like Gibsons notoriously are the worst for tuning.
I didn't say they were great for tuner stability, but in terms of ergonomics, if we're talking about ergonomics, 3-a-side is the best in terms of that. What I will say is that 6-a-side reverse is not the worst headstock. The worst headstock is a 4-and-2 headstock. That's just stupid.
The music man.
Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, I agree. That's one thing that I will agree with on that.
It just looks awful.
I think, the Music Man headstock is quite squat, isn't it? So because of that, it looks a bit strange. But because it's 4-and-2, all of the strings are in a straight line still.
Yeah.
So you almost get the kind of the ergonomics of the 3-and-3. But
if you want your guitar to stay perfectly in tune, get a locking nut anyway. Because even with straight and inline, you are going to have more fluctuation than if you had a locking nut. So if your biggest worry is to one of your strings might slightly go out of tune if you're bending too much, get a locking nut. If you can deal with the slight movement between songs and then using a tuner, which most of us have on our boards anyway, really it's a moot point.
Yeah. It's a difficult one to argue either way because I have got reverse headstock guitars. Well, I've got a reverse headstock guitar with the RGR something barcode number expletive
101001.
Yeah, the RGR binary edition. And
that's a whole different argument.
I think the reverse stock Ibanez look the absolute tits. No. They look amazing because there's a slight curve on what would be the bottom part of the headstock, so it almost looks like a devil's tongue. That's awesome. Reverse, like certain reverse Fender headstocks look ridiculous, and I will agree with you on that one. But
Fender do reverse headstocks.
They have done, yeah.
They do it on quite a lot of
the Hendrix style ones are kind of.
Yeah, they've also done it on like some of their modernized Strats that they've done in the past. It was the American something before they went to player and professional. They had reverse headstocks on some of their modern spec Strats and Tellys, and a reverse Telly headstock is the worst looking headstock that you can possibly make.
I mean, you're straight up coming for Josh there.
I am, but I also
I'm looking right at my Chapmans now.
I promise you that's the headstock I hate the most is a reversed Telly. The headstock I like the most is the correct way round Telly headstock.
How about a 3-a-side Telly headstock?
What?
Make it happen. Someone, please. Oh, that'd be so good.
Completely unrelated, but on that, the Fender headstocks, like the big ass chunky ones, they make me want to puke.
The CBS Strat headstocks are the one.
No, I'm with Josh.
I love them. I know they are really kind of love or hate, and I fall on that absolutely love. Because my Squire Strat's got a big fat headstock, and the fat headstocks
Strat isn't great, but the fat Strat headstocks are just terrible.
See, it's the other way around for me. Like fatty headstocks are beautiful. Standard Strat headstocks are they are the magnolia paint of the guitar world, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're just. I suppose it's a stock. It's definitely a thing that the tuners go on it, and that's about as much as I can say about that.
Yeah, I mean, it that and the Gretsch headstock where it's literally just a box with a semicircle on the top.
Yeah. Must try harder, Gretsch.
Yeah,
but I think that's where we wrap the hot take for this week. If you are pro ball tickling underside, no, so reverse headstock. If you think they are the most ergonomic design, then you vote for Josh. If you think the ridiculousness of the reverse headstock completely null and voids the argument, then you go with Matt. And those are your choices. And I think I might just have it as Josh and Matt as the choices, not even yes or no.
Because then that is also going to force people to listen to the podcast.
Indeed, yeah. Exactly. Yes, this is quality. I'm loving this. Right, so we've got to go. We've got to go discussion. We've got to go discussion. Which this week we've got a few things. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a bit, maybe 5 and a bit. Right. So first thing, Mark Morton. Who's he, Josh? Who's Mark Morton?
He is the guitarist for Lamb of God.
He is indeed. Matt, who's Mark Morton?
Never heard of her. And before this guitar was put in our group chat, I promise you, I'd never heard of him.
Indeed. So Mark Morton from the Christian rock band Lamb of God is now.
I assume they're an Easter rock band because we eat lamb at Easter, right? So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Easter themed. Yeah. So Mark Morton was a Jackson artist for a long time, and now is signed with Gibson, playing some quite generic looking Les Pauls. Like the signature ones just look a bit like the traditional pros, but there we go. But it sparked a question on my Insta today, this week, which is, if a guitar company were to make you a signature guitar, what would it be? Like, what company, and what would the specs be? I think, looking at the faces that I have on this podcast, I think I know where Josh is going with this.
I quite like this discussion. Yeah, damn right, Hello Kitty. Right, so if I'm picking my own, I'm going. Now, do I need to pick the woods as well? Do I need to completely give you the custom spec?
I mean, you give me the woods anyway, Josh. Yeah, knock yourself out. Go into as much detail as you want. The moment you start talking about fret size, I'm going to cut you off, though.
So, Telly style body.
Yeah.
T-style body.
Good start.
Mahogany body.
Okay.
Neck, baked maple.
Okay.
Go for a nice baked maple neck. 22 fret stainless steel. No fret inlay markers. I like a nice blank fretboard. And I would probably just have the glow in the dark side dots on the side. I would have Chapman style reverse headstock. I wouldn't have too much of body contour. I'll just have the generic kind of top where your forearm lies. I wouldn't have anything else done to it. No tummy cut.
Whoa! You got you're precluding the dad bod here.
Yeah, you can tell you're a skinny bastard, can't you?
You've lost me here.
No, I don't worry. I have a dad bod. I just hide it well. I would see. I've been predominantly a Floyd Rose user for years, but I think I would just generally go for a hardtail. No, not Bigsby. Don't be silly. Do I look like a Bigsby player?
Yeah, Ramstein loved the Bigsby, right?
Well, actually, fun fact that Richard does own a Gretsch White Falcon with a Bigsby, which he's actually recorded videos with.
Nice.
Finish, I would go for a nice pearlescent white. All the hardware would be gold, because white and gold is a beautiful combination. One pickup, bridge only, one volume knob, that's all you need. Pickups, I'm probably going to go for I personally really like the EMG 57, very percussive, and has a nice kind of high mid-range frequency to it. And I think that's probably all I'd need to really. I don't need to go, locking.
So is this a Chapman? This one? We're going.
No, this was if I was building it myself.
Like which company would you go for though? Would it be ESP or would it be Chapman? I mean, you don't have to go either. You could go Fender. but I don't think they're going to want to put the Chapman
See,
headstock on it.
Yeah, I like the Chapman headstocks and the way they do the ML3 kind, like their take on the T-cut style body.
Yeah.
But I feel just for the craftsmanship and the quality, I'd go ESP.
Okay.
But the only problem with ESPs, I don't like their style of the T-shaped headstocks where it's kind of like and then round.
I've got one over there.
Yeah,
I like it. Mind you, I played that for the longest
actually,
time.
tell a lie. You can get I think they used to be called the Eclipse, and it was T-shaped, but it had the like Kirk Hammett style M2 headstock.
Yeah.
So like that, and onto a winner.
Cool, Matt. What are we saying? What company we're going for?
You see, I really don't know. Like, if you'd have asked me a couple of weeks ago, I'd have just said I'll have a Les Paul of some sort. But actually, like, if I have a signature model, I'm going to want to play it all the time. And if it's a guitar that I'm playing all the time, it's probably not going to be a Les Paul.
Controversial.
As much as I love playing the Les Paul, it's not the most versatile instrument in the world.
It's not yet everything. It does one thing, doesn't it? It does loud, brash rock, and it does it well.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a weird hybrid Les Paulicaster, and I think
okay,
it's going to be a Strat.
Yeah,
but it's going to have a proper bridge system, a proper hardtail Les Paul style. I forget what you call them now. Tunematic.
Yeah. Stop tail in the Tunematic.
Yes,
yeah,
a proper bridge on it. It's going to be a mahogany body with a maple cap. It's not going to be bound. It's going to have rounded edges, and it'll just kind of like fade, like as the maple kind of rubs out towards the edge. It will fade. It's going to be stained pink, and then rubbed back a bit, to a black finish underneath. So you've got like it's almost like a
3D quilty effect.
Because I'm sure that'll look cool. I'm going HSS.
Of course you are, because you're a gentleman.
It'll be one volume, one tone, because that's all you need.
Yeah.
And the pickups will probably go for a Fletch blend, and then get him to do 2 single coils that are similar output.
Yeah.
Because that bridge pickup is amazing.
They are so good, aren't they?
Yeah.
So good.
And then if I've got a volume, a tone, a 5-way, I'm pretty happy at that point.
Yeah.
I'm having a telly headstock, because that is the correct headstock, and that's really controversial because people hate Strats with telly headstocks, but I hate Strats with telly headstocks more.
I love a Strat with a telly headstock.
Yeah, I think it just looks boss.
It looks so good. I will admit with that, and absolutely
it's
will
good.
admit.
You know I'm going to go for Fender, I think. Although I might.
Here we go.
Do I
get Gibson to do it?
Well, Gibson aren't going to do it. We know that. So it needs to be somebody that can license the headstock off Fender. So it's either Fender or
like Charvel. Or
yeah, you see, I'm thinking about those Charvel Pro mods, and actually they're
pretty much what you've just described,
and they're very similar to what I was. So I think it's probably going to be a Charvel, but it's going to have a roasted maple neck with an ebony fretboard, because that just looks the best. We're having dot fretboard. It's just plain white dots, no fancy kind of like flecky, pearly nonsense. We're just having plain white dots. You know, two at the 12th fret, and 1 in all the other places, as normal guitars do, and we're not having any of this nonsense about, it's a signature model, so we're going to write penis down the 12th fret or any of that nonsense.
Oh, please, come on.
22 frets, because I've slowly coming around to the idea that 22 is better than 21. It's taken me 15 years, but maybe 22 is the right number of frets. And it's going to be a HSS Strat, because, like I say, if I'm playing it all the time, then that's the guitar that I need, because I need different sounds. I need that Strat neck pickup for some things. the strap middle pickup works for single coil bridge sound at a push.
Yeah.
And obviously I need the rock sound, the heavier rock sound from the bridge pub.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of stole what I was going to do. I was going to go with an HSS Strat, but I'm going to go left field now because.
Well, I mean, I did make mine out of Les Paul material.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what the guitar's made out of. I'll be honest.
That's controversial.
Alder, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have a Nashville telly, but in the bridge, a bit. In fact, actually, it's a bit like the modern players that they did like 3 years ago. It's probably 10 years ago now. Which is bridge humbucker, single coil, and then neck telly pickup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have it bound because. Why the fuck not? Because bound tellies look the tits. It's going to have a big fat CBS headstock just to piss you two off.
Wanker.
It's going to have this. So this bass has got like incredibly garish binding on the neck, and it makes it really hard to see what you're doing. And I'm going to do that just because
really, really garish binder.
Yeah, because fuck you. That's why.
Just to make sure that anybody who buys one can't see it play it.
Yeah, can't play it. Yeah. Yeah. Who am I gonna have? I think I'll probably get Ibanez to make it. To be fair, Ibanez are pretty fucking cool. They're not gonna do a CBS Strat headstock, are they? No. Fuck it, reverse RG headstock.
I can't believe 2 people have gone for a reverse headstock. What kind of heathens do I do this podcast with?
Oh, this is. Do you remember the episode of The Simpsons where Homer Simpson makes a car and he just puts all of the things that he thinks are cool? This is that in a guitar format. It's just fucking horrible. I wouldn't want to play it, but I've made it now, so fuck it.
You haven't said what the. So you don't care whether it's got a maple or a rosewood or anything board?
Yeah, rosewood board, yeah. I think really big, fat, modern frets. Because vintage, like skinny, tall vintage frets suck absolute donkey dong. So, yeah, just really big, fat frets so that I can't even feel the fretboard. So it largely doesn't matter what the fretboard's made out of. Could be made out of like plasticine.
What colour are you going to have it?
I don't know. Just whatever they want to do. It's whatever. I don't care.
Because if you give it to Fender, you're giving it to
Ibanez. It's going to be fine. Like neon green.
As long as it's not two-tone sunburst, I don't give a fuck. Two-tone sunburst is the worst thing. Bearing in mind, I own a two-tone sunburst double-bound telly.
I'm looking across my rack. I've got probably like 3 or 4 two-tone sunburst.
My Strat's also a two-tone sunburst, but I fucking hate two-tone sunburst. It's hard to look at.
Yeah,
it's fine in the dark when you can't see your own guitar because you're looking at the fretboard rather than the body. But
it's the Foo Fighters of finish, isn't it? It's just it's there. It happens, but yeah. I mean, if I have the choice of choosing a finish, it's going to be surf green. But I know that it won't be any good on this guitar. I'm going to go with one-tone sunburst. It's just brown. Just something horrible so that no one will buy it. So there you go. That's my horrible signature, whatever the fuck it is. Telly Ibanez. So
Ibanez.
That's it. So sticking on the discussion of Gibson, who released Mark Morton's signature, they also did a pop at a Noel Gallagher 335, which is like spec'd to the hilt with switches and knobs and controls.
But it's not a 335, is it? Isn't Noel Gallagher's one a 355?
He said 335 on the thingy.
I'm pretty sure that's wrong.
Yeah, I would have thought so as well, because it has got the Veritone switch. I don't think it's got the stereo switching, but it's got the Veritone like capacitor.
I assume it's based on the one that his brother smashed up in a fit of rage, and that's why they don't play together anymore. Like the one that he used for 20 years.
I assume so. Yeah, they haven't replicated it like fully, because it's in one piece. But yeah, so you've got your standard layout with like a volume and tone per pickup. You've got a switch, and then you've got a varitone on it, which sparked the question: when it comes to guitar controls, is less more?
Yeah.
Discuss. Yes.
Less is more. Why a bridge pickup to unless you're playing something very specific for a covers band, why a bridge pickup to output jack?
I mean, that's Josh's way of preferred method of
Josh
controlling.
wants a volume control so you can mess around with that. My argument is you've got a tuner that'll show it up.
I mean, in an ideal world, you'd just have a volume switch, wouldn't you? On off.
Oh, that's what you I'm sorry, but your tuner is that, and you can still play up until the point that you need to turn it off with a tuner. You don't have to take your hand away from the guitar. So just wire the bridge pickup to the output jack. That
way you would get the purest guitar tone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I spoke on Instagram about this. How I've got a Telecaster that I decided to put all of the controls on. So it's got like a neck humbucker that you can split. It's got a bridge, like an overpowered bridge tele pickup that can be tapped. And then you can do any of those sounds out of phase as well. So it's got like two mini switches, a push-pull pot, and your standard like pickup selector.
Well, this is the problem with Brian May's guitar. He's probably got about 60 million combinations of
well, he's got
buttons.
I mean, it's on, off, and in phase and out of phase, and for everything. And then one of them, it's which one is in and which one is out of phase, and just
you don't that Penny.
I mean, I like the Brian May switching system. It seems really straightforward because you can just switch on the pickup that you want rather than having to go through basically presets.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult when you want to switch pickups quite quickly, though, isn't it? Switch that one off and switch that one on.
Yeah, it's like the is it the Jazz Master as well? It's just like the amount of fucking switches and diodes and buttons. And I'm just like, no, I just want one thing. It
does not have diodes. Does not have diodes.
I don't care. It's all fucking shit either way.
Yeah, so that like the Jazz Master circuit is completely optional. You could go your entire life without ever engaging that.
Yeah, and I recommend you do. I've owned a Jazz Master, the Squire Jazz Master. I recommend you never touch that extra tone circuit. In fact, if you can remove the extra tone circuit, I recommend you remove it in case you accidentally touch it.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest mods on a Jazz Master, isn't it? Removing the Jazz Master
but it's like
on it.
The Jaguar, which is the other one, where that's got like three things, and I don't know what any of the switches do. I'm pretty sure nobody actually knows what any of those switches actually do. But Johnny Marr had himself a signature made where he specifically removed two sounds from the original Jaguar system that just gave you no sound. So there are settings on a Jaguar that you can accidentally switch to, which mute your guitar.
Yes.
Like you don't need a volume and a tone control and then three other switches. I'm with Josh. Less is definitely more. I mean, I can deal with a volume control, which I think was when we were chatting about it earlier. That was what you were saying, wasn't it, Josh? One volume control.
Yeah, I do use the tone control as well, but I think
that's because you're a blues dad. So
tone controls are for Stratocaster bridge pickups, and Strats don't come with a tone control that controls their bridge pickup. So
the irony, the sweet irony.
The one time you ever need a tone control is to make a Strat bridge pickup sound usable, unless you've got a humbucker in the bridge.
Yeah, so I think I was telling you guys about this, how I've been seriously considering getting a Strat that's an HSS Strat that only has a three-way switch, because the sounds that I want are neck pickup. I want a bridge single coil that's not a tapped humbucker.
Yeah.
So like the middle position can do that fine, and then I want a humbucker sound, and that's like the most logical way that I can think about it without like having in between settings that I don't want.
But then in retrospect, why does it have to be a Strat?
I mean, it doesn't have to be a Strat, but like HSS on anything else is pretty fucking weird. I'm not going to have an HSS Les Paul.
HSS Ibanez.
I mean, I could say
as your custom thing has been a fucking
it's basically a Strat though, isn't it? Yeah,
yeah. Strandberg HSS.
I mean,
PSP do HSS.
I've got a PSP Ibanez at the moment.
PSP Ibanez,
PSP,
what like
PSP.
PlayStation Portable?
Indeed, yeah.
There's a P90 single coil and a P90 in a RG. But was it an RG?
It is an RG. Yeah, it's potentially the most mental thing that I own, and I love it.
Certainly the weirdest thing you own. I don't know anybody who's got P90s in an RG.
There's a reason for that. But I took it to practice about 2 months ago, and it absolutely ripped. And I'm kind of willing myself to have the courage to take it to a gig, but it does still have the Ibanez Floyd Rose system on it. So I need to block that and then use it as a normal guitar, because I ain't dealing with when I'm bending up on a string and the low E goes. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, so I think less is more when it comes to switching. When you gig, I think you just want the simplicity, don't you? You want to be able to get to the tone that you want.
My only argument against that is, if I could be asked to charge it, the Variax is amazing, and that's got lots of switching.
Yeah. I mean, I charge mine for all the gigs, and I use it exclusively for bridge humbucker. So I've got it set to the Les Paul mode, and I'll just smack it when I want a humbucker mode.
I mean, I tended to use the acoustic sounds for a couple of songs, and I also used the detune function so that I didn't have to bring an extra guitar. And then I realised that I couldn't be asked charging the battery, so I'd just get a guitar set up in the open tune, which is probably the laziest thing I've ever done.
I mean, that's the antithesis of lazy, isn't it? I'm going to get another guitar and tune it to a different...
But I can leave the other guitar in the van or in a case that's by the door, so that I can take it to gigs. Whereas I have to remember to tune. Not to tune, to charge the battery.
To charge the battery.
And I'm pretty sure that hasn't come out of the back of the guitar this year.
In all fairness, that'd be no different to owning Fishmans, because I think Fishmans you have to
charge them. Or they're USB charged, aren't they?
And I mean, you can charge the Variax that way if you plug it into the computer. It charges the battery.
What does it?
Yeah, it will charge through that. You know, the Ethernet.
Yeah. Okay.
It will charge through the Ethernet, which is why you don't have to charge the battery if you're running with the Helix, because obviously you're plugged into the Helix with an Ethernet. So
I know it passively powers it that way.
Yeah,
I didn't know that it also reversed it and charged it as well.
It charges the battery as well. I mean, it probably takes weeks, but it does.
Yeah, because it's sending 2.5 volts down it. Right, we've got our next topic of discussion, which just so happens to include both me and Josh. We made a video. We made a video of potentially the most disgusting guitar tone ever,
which seemed to offend everybody on the internet.
You know what though? It's quite a popular video, so it's offending people, but also in equal part intriguing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what you want to do, though, isn't it? With a video, you want to offend people, because then people will tell other people about this horrible, offensive thing, and that's just how media works in general.
Yeah. So, potentially, we've struck oil with this one. I know what we have struck. We've struck an incredibly filthy guitar tone. So, let's cast our minds back to the filthiest guitar tones we've ever made. I mean, this has got to be easy for Josh, because that's pretty much your entire MO.
My shindig is to make disgusting guitar tones.
That's it. Yeah. How can I make it more
more stank face, as I like to word it?
Indeed. Yeah. And in that video, we did get some incredible stank face, didn't we? It was just pure joy on your face in that.
Well, there was a lot of people say, no, well, you should have biked it up to a cab, and I don't like it because you can hear the acoustic strings. Fuck you. That was the whole point, was
filthy
the fact
guitar
that
tone.
we were just literally just messing about at a full day of end of film. It's like, hold on a second, I've just discovered this.
Yeah, this is horrible. Let's film it.
Yeah. And horrible is in, like, I wanted to carry on playing with that for, like, forever.
Indeed.
It was an odd combination at first when you put in -3 octaves with, God knows, was it -3 octaves with another octave down, and it was a little bit weird. But yes, it was absolutely filthy, and if you want to enjoy the stank, go and watch the video.
Indeed.
Because it's literally 2 minutes, if that.
Yeah, 2.5, I think. It's interesting.
Something like that.
Apparently.
It's something you can watch while you're on the crapper.
Yeah, you can do. And see if you can make the same tones along with the video.
The best part of it was me just trying to just fucking put a natural harmonic, and I was just like, oh wait, that is the harmonic.
Yeah. So I'm thinking back to some absolutely filthy tones that I've made. I did a video last week with a couple of fuzz pedals, one of which was the Super Fuzz by Behringer, and I got some pretty nasty tones out of that. But I don't think I've ever got anything that's rivaled the beauty of the like Variax down tuner.
It's an acquired taste. I mean, there are uses for it, and there are a lot of uses not for it. But if you've done 4 hours of, I don't know, redoing theory or learning bits and pieces, and you just want to let your hair down and have a bit of fun, then this is absolutely 100% something for you to do. And I would go out and buy one just for that feature. Yeah.
I've got a kind of last topic, because I found out that the actual last topic was us asking Matt about his like tech-in stuff, which we've already talked about. But here we go. So there's been a made in Mexico Joe Strummer Telecaster being released. So, I mean, first of all, Matt, what's your opinions on that? Because you're a Clash fan, aren't you?
I'm a big Clash fan. Well, I was a massive Clash fan. I still own 2 of their albums on vinyl, listen to them occasionally, but as a teenager, I was really into the Clash, really into Joe Strummer, actually. I think he was a fantastic frontman. I wanted to be positive about this, but the relic job looks fucking terrible. And
it does look like a
disgusting price for a made in Mexico guitar.
Yeah, it's very pricey, isn't it? So, like, we were kicking off about the Brad Paisley, which was just over the grand mark.
1,100, I think, that retail. I don't think it ever actually sold at it, but I think that was the initial retail price.
And this one is selling at
1,500 quid.
1,500
for a fucking Mexican Telecaster that somebody has rubbed some paint off and then lacquered over the top of.
Yep.
Lacquered over the top of a relic job. In what universe do you lacquer over the top of a relic job? Just fucking ridiculous.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
When I read that, it just made me angry, and then I realised that actually that's probably all the Mexican relics that they've done in the past. They probably lacquered over the top of, and I just missed that they were saying that. But I don't get it, and it looks like it's been done poorly. The rest of the relic on the pick guard actually doesn't look too bad, as long as you don't look really closely. But even from a distance, the relic work on the body is just gash.
Just gash.
It was like when we were talking a couple of weeks back about that Gibson that was kind of like demoed, stroke, kind of teased on the Instagram, and then they really, we spoke about it and we spoke about the price. It's like, oh well, if it's under like 700 quid, something like that, you can kind of, you can let it slide. But when they were was it $4,500 for that monstrosity? I was just like, to quote Matt, get in the bin.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah, get in the bin. And yeah, for the I just got this Joe Strummer guitar. I want to love it because I actually love that guitar. I think that guitar looks really cool. This Mim guitar does not look like that guitar.
Yeah, I saw one of the custom shop ones when I first started playing guitar in about like 2003 ish. They had one on display in like the I don't know if you ever see them, like these almost kind of like faux Americana red plastic. It almost looks like an old muscle car kind of container thing, and they had like the full custom shop Joe Strummer, and I think that was about $2,000. And back then we were like, who'd pay $2,000 for a guitar? And now they're doing them.
And the big thing for this Mexican guitar, by the way, is Vintage do a black telly that's got a better relic job for 350 quid.
Well, there you go. There you go. So, I mean, the question for it was, how much is too much when it comes to relic work? Because, like this, I mean, this relic job is clearly not a good relic job. But like when it's done well, how much is too much?
Well, in theory, my RZKs are relics for the way that it's done.
Yeah. But
some people would say it's a little bit, I guess, not ostentatious. I think ostentatious is probably the wrong word. But, it is very in your face.
Yeah.
And then you do look at, say, on, Guitar or whatever, and they'll release models of like 1959 Les Paul Relic VOS, NOS, SMS, SOS, model. And you look at some of them, and some of them look really good. And then literally you'll see one of them, which is literally there's about 3 flakes of paint left.
Yeah.
And that's
you can't tell what the new one, like the finish would have been.
I remember seeing one where I think Matt said putting lacquer over the top of it, where it was literally like the wood, then there was like white, then there was like yellow or something like that. And I was just like, what are you trying to be?
There was one, and I can't remember whether it was... I get there was a PRS that looked bad relic, and I can't remember whether it was that one or whether this was a Fender custom shop. And they literally had only rubbed off paint from where where your arm cut is on a Strat. But they'd rubbed... So basically, they'd gone for, it was a candy apple red over two-tone sunburst, and they'd only rubbed away for the top half. So the top half of it, they'd rubbed all the way to the wood. Then the next bit was a hard line where it was the finish underneath, and then there was another hard line, and it was like a £4,500 guitar, and it was just like, if you're paying that much for those guitars, you want it to look like a proper relic rather than somebody's been at it with a belt sander.
Yeah, I think that's where the risk is run with heavy relics, isn't it? The more that's done to it, the less authentic it seems.
I think the biggest problem with it is as well, it's a relic job is a very particular thing. If some people like them, some people don't.
Indeed,
it's a really hard thing to judge, because remember I had an ESP Truckster, which was grey, and then a part of it was red, and then part of it was black. Where I think James's original model was originally one colour, then he changed it to a different colour, then he changed it to a different colour.
Yeah.
which is fine if that's the original guitar. When they've done it, but what they've done is just paint it and not actually painted the guitar one colour and then sanded a load away and then done it another colour and then sanded it away and they've just done it as a generic finish. Some of them can look shit. Some of them can look really good.
Yeah, and like in terms of if you're going after a signature model, so like say you're trying to do the Rory Gallagher Strat or the Stevie Ray Vaughan Strat where, you know, these have been bashed about and most of the paint has gone. If that's the actual look you're after and it's done really well, I can get on board with it to a certain point. I still think that's too much, but I actually don't mind a heavy relic if it's done well. I don't think it's a question of how much relicking is too much. It's what type of relicking is too much, and belt sander relicking and whatever Fender have done to this MIM Strat. And if you're thinking about putting lacquer over the top of the relic, then stop making guitars.
It's very easy to tell whether a relic has been done well or whether it's done cheap. For instance, again, talking about my RZK, you know, like the original body is red, and then they put 7 layers of thick paper, and then burn it to get the relic job that they've done. Now, I seen one on Facebook today that somebody has made, evidently in their shed or in their bedroom, and it looks awful, genuinely awful. I think what I'll get, because I sent it to a friend of mine today, and I'll send it in our Fret Talk group, so just so you can see how awful it looks. But what I think they tried to do is paint it white, just scratch a load of red on it, colour the pickups red, and then literally looks like they've got a match just to colour, like to burn it, and it looks fucking horrendous.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that, because the guitars that I saw when I was down yours, it's got like a real tactile finish to it.
Yeah,
and
it also scares me because if the downside to it is you have to play it very carefully. Yeah. Especially if you know somebody that predominantly plays sitting down, because there are parts on the underneath of like the body, bit that rests against your leg, where that will flake off.
There's bits that were flaking off when I touched it. Like shit, I'm breaking it.
Which, like, to be honest, is my only downside for it. That it's a $3,000 guitar, and I've got to be careful of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to worry about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because usually the upside of having a heavy relic is that, well, it doesn't matter if I get a ding on it, does it?
But yeah, whereas this, if it's completely taking the finish off, then it's a bit like,
Yeah, is it devaluing it? Who knows? Well, I've got one last one for this week, because I've remembered what I'm putting out on the old Budget Pedal Chap channel this week. I've got a video for an auto wah pedal.
Ooh.
Indeed. So I'm gonna leave you to you watch that. It's like the auto. Well, I call it an auto filter because it doesn't quite sound wah-y. It sounds, you know, when you got the digital filters in like your multi effects and your like HX Stomp and all these ones.
It's almost like a cocked wah sound rather than actually kind of being.
The way that I've equated it is almost like, have you ever got like a parametric EQ on a DAW?
Yeah.
And like put a little notch filter in it and move that notch about. It's a bit like that. Whereas like a wah has got a really distinct like mid-range characteristic, and it's almost like a really big Q rather than a narrow filter. So it does that. It's a cool pedal. It's not kicking off my JedsPeds auto wah, because that one just kicks ass. It's just so good. But what's the what is the effect? Like, what is the guitar effect, which is the least useful to your opinion? So,
I personally hate flanges. I really do not like. I really don't like a flange.
Did you say that for the giggle? Because you get the giggle, or do you actually hate flange?
Because I have tried numerous times to use flanges.
I've tried numerous flanges.
And
never been a bad experience.
No. That's the train of thought now.
Welcome to the Fret the Talk podcast.
It's never been an effect I've quite liked. It's like similar to, it's like, like a Leslie cube or something like that. It's just one of those effects that I will probably never use and have never liked.
Yeah, it's a bit like chorus, but extreme.
Yeah.
Chorus has got a subtlety to it that flange definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's an effect that I've never cared for.
I was just about to say flanges in your face, isn't it? But only if it's a birthday. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand it. My go-to for like the least usable effect is ring mod.
Yeah, ring mod is pretty useless.
Yeah, I mean there are like really narrow bands in a ring mod that sound really cool, that almost get like a kind of notched filter sound, but the majority of it makes it sound like a broken computer. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'm saying bit crusher or whatever a rainbow machine is.
I don't even know what a rainbow machine is.
It's just trash. Do you want to not hear your guitar tone?
A rainbow machine, I think it's like a pitch modulated delay and octave.
Well, there you go.
I think.
Yeah, but
so
it's got
the most useless.
Like it must have some sort of like univibe in it, because it makes sure that nothing is ever anywhere near a semblance of in tune.
Yeah, what you're trying to play.
I'm not being funny. Like Devin Townsend uses one live, and if it's good enough for Devin Townsend, then
the problem is everybody who's trying one in a guitar store is not Devin Townsend.
Yes,
and it ruins your experience of whatever the guitar store you're in, and somebody's trying. And the worst experience I ever had, someone was trying a bit crusher into a rainbow machine. And
that must have been
the worst thing was they were using a 50 Strat into a ring mod and a fucking a rainbow machine into a clean Fender amp, and it was just like, what is happening? The guy must have been in his mid-60s. It was the weirdest experience I've ever had in my life, and it just sounded awful. And it was a really bright guitar into a really bright Fender amp, and then just
having its head smashed in by
and rainbow machined to death. And I assume he was playing like blues licks, but
no one could tell.
No one knew what he was playing. It was just.
Fun fact, I this is one of my gripes for guitar stores, but I remember when I went in to try a considerable amount of money I was going to be spending on a guitar, and they asked me what I used at home, and this is the point when I was using my Engel. I had one of the an Engel, and he gave me a Black Star, and I'm like, mate, it's a completely different thing. Like if I'm going to be spending this amount of money on a guitar, I want to play it through as nearest to the proper amp as I have, not a Black Star HT5.
I'm just trying to think. When I've only bought guitars from a guitar store once, and I bought my amp at the same time, and I tried the guitar through the amp. So
fair enough.
I got away. That was
the Cabernet.
This is probably a
Yes, I think this is probably something we can continue on the Patreon for a little, like, worst guitar store experiences. Yeah, I think I've got a few. Right, so this is where our standard podcast ends, and we extend a thank you to those who have made it this far. We extend an extra special thank you to our Patreon backers, who, for as little as $2 a month, you can be part of. They are the coolest people. The coolest, damn it. They are as follows: Mr. Andrew Bimson, Mr. Adam Yeomans of Chef Tone Effects. Yes, he's back.
Woo!
Indeed. We've got Mr. Doug Christ of 37 Effects, of Masters of the Cinematic Universe podcast, and of the Just Surprise Me podcast. We've got Mr. Huge Erection.
I believe he's on the next episode of the Masters of the Cinematic Universe as well.
Yes, yeah, it's coming up, isn't it?
Because I believe he's on the Endgame one, and they've just done Captain Marvel, which was the film before. So,
have they? I've not downloaded that one yet. Yes, I've got some listening for my car journey. We've got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. And we have got Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jerks podcast and the Second Button podcast and sometimes the Just Surprise Me podcast. Yes, if you want to find me online, you can find me at BudgetPedalChap at YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And YouTube is the home to the No Talk Tone series and the No Talk Tone Versus series, which this week features the Donna Dynamic War.
I was really hoping you was going to say Donna Kebab then.
I mean, if I ever get a signature pedal, it will be a Donna pedal and it will be the Kebab. I don't even know what it's going to do. Probably a rotary. That would be wicked, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and it warms your tone.
Yeah. Yeah, but it gives you the shits as well. Matt, we can find you at Hill_MattQ at
Twitter and
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes,
been a while,
not Twitch. never mentioned Twitch. And
I
Josh,
don't understand what's Twitch.
No, neither do I. Joshy ZK at
Not anymore.
What?
Not anymore. It has been changed.
Go on.
It is now Josh Castle TCM because they wouldn't let me put Chronomortis.
There you go. Cool. And you also Josh Castle TCM.
Yes.
And
the Chronomortis on Instagram.
Chronomortis.
And the Guitar Geeks podcast, which this week features Lee Alexander from Pedalboards of Doom.
I'll give that one a skip then.
So would I.
Oh dear. And that is us for this week. So from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, from Mr. Matt Quine. Say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
From oh my gosh, it is Josh. It will be a tatty bye. Good night for this week.
Bye.
Goodbye. A bicycle can't stand alone. It's too tired.
Oh, dear.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you know what? That's good enough. It made me...